In the previous videos, I instructed you on how to build you one of these oxalic acid heat vaporizers. And then I also instructed on how to make these little caps, wooden caps, that fits real good, and you put your little oxalic acid in there and you tip it over and stick it in there like that. Or I guess you could put it on there like that and then flip it over and then hit it like that. However you want to do it. I just take it and fill that up, kind of pack it down in there, stick this into the hive, flip it over like that, give it a couple, boom, there it goes into the hive and treats the hive. So this is a very handy little tool, and I've probably got $75 in this thing right here. Maybe, probably not that much. But today we're going to discuss and talk about the different types of top bar hives. I built two hives here. One's different types of construction, and so I'm going to talk to you about the different type of construction that I've done here, and which you may prefer the best. Thank you. Okay, on this particular top bar hive here, I made this one more for, we have a farm around here, and we sell eggs, and during the growing season we sell vegetables and stuff to the community and all. And everybody's always interested in our bees. So I thought that for observation purposes, the top bar hive is the perfect type of hive for an observation hive. And on this particular hive here, I made this out of 1x, and I made 2x and I put 2x4 treated lumber legs on it, and I put a flat roof on this particular hive here. So, and I had an old piece of linoleum left over, so I just glued it on there. And I don't know how long it's going to last, the linoleum, but hopefully it'll last a few years. But if it starts coming off, I'll find another top for it of some sort. But it was just an old scrap piece, and it's handy, so I glued it on there. Now on this particular hive, I put my observation glass in here, and I put a little door on it and some little closures here to close it and keep it shut. And then I put a 1/4-inch piece of glass. I went down to the glass company and had them cut me out a piece of 1/4-inch glass to fit in there. And so I trimmed it out and put it inside there. Now this hive here is, I think I've made it 48 inches long, so it's kind of long, but we'll see how well it works this year. I'll put some bees in it this next spring, and we'll try it out and see how well it works. But when I was thinking about making these, I didn't really know how I wanted to make it. And so I thought, well, I'll just make 2 of them, but I'll make a nice cute one, and I'll set it somewhere to where it's available for the public to see. We're out there now where we sell our vegetables and stuff. I'll have it set off to the side somewhere to where, you know, if the kids want to go look and see the bees, they can wander off over there and take a peek at them. And the one thing that I did do on this is I put me a bottom board on here, and I put a little screen latch on it, and I painted it white, and then I got screen underneath here, so good for varroa mites, and help there. And then also I thought, okay, well, I'm going to have to feed these bees, so I thought I'd have to make me a little feeder. And what I did was, I just grabbed the follower board, and I've got a whole slew of these little, I made these up here. little angled boards, and then I glued and nailed them onto this 1x for my frames. And I made those, seemed like it was about 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches wide. Yeah, 1.5 inches wide. And then my frame boards, now some of them I made shorter than others, and I don't have any of those in here at the moment. I got them out there in my B frames, getting some comb put on them, so I put them all in there. But anyway, I made some of them the width that I could set them into my Langstroth hives, and I made 5 of them that would fit into my Langstroth hives, and that way I just set them in there, and then this fall and winter, you know, they'll put some comb on them and stuff, and I'll be prepared next year to put some bees in these things. But this one here, like I was saying, I thought I needed to make so I could feed these bees. So I took my follower board and I put me a quart jar and made me a hole that would fit my quart jar. Let me see what I did with my jar. Hang on just a minute. Here's my quart jar, and this is an old paint jar that I used in the shop here, but mixing jar, but it fits real good in there. And what I decided to do was screen this in, that way they can put a hole back here so the bees could go in there and drink their sugar water, and but yet I could, let's say I've got this board up here somewhere where when they first start out, that they would be contained inside here, and they wouldn't be trying to get out. And that way I can open this up and fill their water up and everything, and not have to think about getting stung by a bee or anything. They're all still contained inside there. And then as they grow, I just pull this down and add some frames over here like so. And that works real good. And the way I did this is I shaped this the same shape that this is in, so when that jar is full, it won't be tilting like that. That with this being here, that'll block it from going down, since these sideboards that are taper, it'll hold it and lock it in place, and it won't allow it to tip in like that, since this is a heavy jar of sugar water. So I thought that was a good idea. And but this one here is all designed out of 1x, and it's got an observation door, it's got a bottom door, and then I used a plywood top here, but I painted it. I even painted I even painted underneath this linoleum, and then I glued the linoleum on there. No, I didn't. I painted underneath that one over there. I didn't paint under this one. I just put glue, contact cement on this, and then glued it on. So hopefully it'll never come off. But anyway, this is this one, and it appears to be a nice one. I'm really looking forward to getting it going. On this one over here, this one is made with 2x. All of it is 2x. It's got 2x walls. This one here is not quite as long as this one. I think I made this one about 42 inches. Yeah, 42 inches. And it's pretty much the same width here. Now the top opening on these is 18 inches. And the bottom, I don't really remember the bottom, but I've got a follower board right here. So this follower board should be pretty close. 18 and about 5. So 5's on the bottom, 18 on top. So that's my angle right there that I have on these. And then I have the same type of deal here, another feeder, and then my frames, same thing here. The frames here are about 20 3/4, and then the inside one is 16 7/8. So, and I've got those evenly done here. And now on my Langstrip, I've got these cut back a little bit to fit inside here. And I thought I had some of those here. Took them over into my bee barn. But anyway, to make them fit in there, I cut them down on both sides. And then I grooved this down a little bit to where it would set down inside there and not stick up. And with a dado blade. And that way I've got 5 of them that fits inside these Langstrip, and I can just set them in the Langstrip hive, and they'll put some comb on them and get them ready, and then I'll just transfer them over here when I put some bees in here. And but the difference between this one and that one is naturally I put a peaked roof on this, and it's just heavier duty in every way. I've got 2x6 legs on here. I've got it standing up a little taller. This one here is about 28 inches high, and this one here is probably 30, 32 inches, 31. So that's to slope the deals. I think my legs, I got them on 22.5-degree angle. Makes good sawhorse legs. And they were 34 inches long. And so I just made them 34 inches long. And whatever they turned out to be is what they were. So, and then I put a peaked roof on this one here. And I'll see if that makes a big difference with the heat and all that, you know, if it really matters or not. I don't know. Just appearance, it probably just looks a little better. And if I want to put some insulation, I'm in northeastern Oklahoma, so it don't get too cold around here. So I normally don't insulate my bees. And this is 2x. Now the way I kind of look at this is chances are this hive here will last 10 years or better, and hopefully this hive here will last 20 years or better. So that's the difference. So and it's probably not much more expensive to make this than it is this. That 1x is almost as expensive as this 2x. So. But I did use 1x on the top and everything just due to weight. I didn't want all that heavy weight on there. So I used 1x on it. And I put a door down here, but instead of putting a fancy little screen latch on, I just used wire. But I got a screen on it as well. And I'm looking forward to using these this next year and show my customers and stuff all about the bees in this one here. They'll be happy to be able to look at that. But the top bar hive, you know, it has a place for it, for the bees and everything, you know. more of a natural deal. I'm still going to treat them with my oxalic acid and having my screen bottom board on there. We'll see how that goes. And I think that if on the handles, I put good, strong, sturdy handles on here, so we wouldn't have a problem there. And I don't think the wind's going to be much of a problem with these. They're good, strong, and sturdy. They don't. I don't think the wind's going to blow them over or anything. So, but they are definitely something different. And for the bee hobbyists, you're always looking for something different. So I think this would be a great addition, especially for your family and stuff who comes over who's interested in bees. I think this one here with the observation glass and all, I think the kids would be fascinated with that, and it'll be just a great addition to our farm. Thank you very much. Bye.